and also very vulnerable. And they are highly vulnerable, either to antisocial behavior, illicit use of drugs, prostitution, political thuggery, and etc. Then we have the global market, the global trends, that the labor market landscape is characterized with globalization, changing of technology. And so when technology changes, then there is high need for reskilling, retraining, and so the need for multi-skilling. So what are then the challenges that are characterized with career guidance in Kenya? So we have two-pronged challenges, either service delivery and also the client's challenges. So in the service delivery, the people who are supposed to offer career guidance services, the challenges are many, and some of them include disjointed efforts. Where we look at the learning institution, some institutions offer, others may not. The service is again weekly professionalized, and sometimes it's offered by anybody and everybody. And so for that reason, then the service is not professionalized. Then we have insufficient collection and dissemination of labor market. When we want to look for information about courses, about job vacancies, we may not readily be able to provide even as practitioners. And then insufficient requisite career guidance competencies so that they can support all career needs across lifespan. And then the services, again, especially in schools, it is combined with other roles. And so sometimes it becomes overshadowed. And then insufficient training and resources for career guidance practitioners. So these are some of the service providers, and these are the challenges they're experiencing. And I hope you can identify the challenges that you may have encountered in your service delivery. So what about the clients? We have the client challenges, and especially for students, they make choice of careers based on grades. And so we have a lot of focus on national examination results. And more often than not, we wait, even most students wait until the KCSE results are announced, the national examination results, and that's when now they start thinking of what courses they are going to do or what they are going to do after the results. Then they also saw the influence of significant others. I had already mentioned that. We have family, we have friends, teachers, and role models. Then we have the people in the world of work, again, limited access to labor market information, either about courses, vacancies, trends, and changes in the labor market. And then for professionals, they limited access to qualified. Most of the clients do not have access to qualified career guidance professionals. And so most of them, the service is offered by the teachers or counselors, HR in organizations, or motivational speakers. A few statistics should also help us to narrow down to be able to see when we are talking about this need, whether it is real or imagined. If we look in terms of students at transition, with the last 3 years, based on the surveys that are the results from economic survey, we have the students transition from high school into post-secondary education. In the last 3 years, you'll see about only 30% access post-secondary education. And even when they access the post-secondary education, they change their courses. Others, we have reported high level of failure. Others, and those ones who join, who are not able to change their courses, and either because of circumstances or either because the requirements, they do not meet the requirements, they are demotivated. Then we have this group that we don't know, the group that we are talking about, the need in the communities. We don't know whether they are unable to make the choice, whether they delay those choices, whether they are confused, whether they are uncertain to make those choices. And so to be able to meet that need of this 70%, they need professional career guidance services so that we can make proper interventions for them. So that is one of the area in terms of transition. In the workplaces, a survey that was done about 2010, thereabout, showed that career alignment in Kenya, that only 7% are in the right careers, when another group say they do not know. So they are either uncertain or they're unsure. And then 66% affirmatively said they're in the wrong career. And no wonder the services we receive when we go to the world of work. Then another report by Kenya Federation of Kenya Employers in 2018 focused on skills mismatch, and especially among graduates. And so it showed 22% they said they were prepared for in terms of the world of work. Only 12% were very well prepared for that. And then 66% again was not well prepared. So this again shows a gap. Then another global report by UNICEF in 2018 on happy employees globally, 13% showed they love their jobs, 63 dislike it, and 24 hate it. So again, then shows about 87% they're again either in the wrong careers or there's a challenge in terms of how they're prepared for the world of work. So then from there, so what interventions have been done so far in Kenya? And if we look in terms of their policy documents that support that, there are acts of parliament that have been enacted. They are already, because we've said that the education focuses on grades, so there are current curriculum reforms. We also have researches that have been done on and their recommendations on what needs to be done. Stakeholders engagement, parents, the educators, there are reports that show what needs to be done. And then there are also other reports that show the gap analysis, and they are able to report on what needs to be done. So far, we have some efforts based in towards improving the quality or the services career guidance among in high school, in basic education. In basic education, we have the vision, or the vision of the vision of basic of CBC is nurturing every learner's talent. So in other words, identifying the learner's interests, talents, aspirations, dreams from early years all the way to world of work. So this is some of the efforts that have been taking place, and we are hoping that this is a need for professional guidance, so because to meet these particular needs within CBC. Then we have in TVET and universities education, we have establishment of the Office of Career Services. And then we also have the KUSIPS, which is an act of parliament, and one of its role mandate is to placement of students. And again, they also have provided a labor market in terms of a career guide on courses that are offered within the universities. Then training development efforts. So we have gap analysis reports that show that training needs, the manuals, there are several manuals that have been developed, capacity building training on the role of Office of Career Services within either schools or in TVET institutions and universities. And there's a current survey that a project that is being undertaken by UNESCO and BEA2 project, a Korean government sponsored project to create career guidance framework for TVET in Kenya, in 5 countries, in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and Madagascar. So this again is an intervention. And then there's also a policy in terms of having a standalone career guidance policy, and it's in draft format. And so we are hoping that this will also give guidelines on how we get professionalized and how the career guidance is going to take shape in Kenya. So what are the main recommendations, therefore, from all those reports? There's need for more specialized training in career guidance to, so that we can impact the best practices of career education and guidance competencies. And that's why we have the likes, one of our speakers, Nicki Moore from UK, they have a history of career guidance and even teaching career guidance. And so we want to have impart the best practices and the competencies so that we can be able to serve our clients competently. So for that reason, we came up with a diploma in career guidance that is equated level 6, and it has a requirement of volume of learning of between 240. The ideal for level 6 is between 240 to 479 credit hours, and ours, this diploma is 256 credits. So how is it structured? It is structured into 2 parts. To take for sustainability, we have part 1 for admission of students leaving high school with a mean grade of C-. And then we also have part 2 for adults or professionals in so that either they have a master's degree or a higher national diploma, and then 1 year. The duration for that is 1 year in an internship. So what are the competencies? What are the competencies that this course is going to deliver? It has cognitive competencies, where we have theory of the practice. We have functional competencies, the ones that also help the practice or the career guidance services. And then personal competencies, and especially for me as a career guidance practitioner, I need personal competencies, and then ethical competencies, the ethical practices, so that I'm an ethical practitioner in the field. So what are the standards and the compliances of the course? It is recognized and equated by and accredited by Kenya National Qualification Framework. This is the organization that registers all qualifications in Kenya. And then the assessment, awarding, and certification is ABMA, Education UK. These are professional, they are an assessment, an examination body in Kenya, and it is also registered in Kenya by TVET and also recognized by Kenya National Qualification Framework. CCGD as a college, we are also we are registered by APMA and also by TVETA. And then our staff, we have I am a TVETA licensed trainer, and also my qualification in an independent study in career guidance. And then we have most of the staff. We have MA in career guidance from University of Derby, and where Nicki, who is a speaker, is the head in the University of Derby. So what is the course delivery? It is, we have one scheduled guided virtual classes in the evening, Zoom of Microsoft Teams. The learning activities and also self-paced study are accessed through learning management system. Assignments, again, are accessed through learning management systems. And then we also have a flexible payment plan, either per unit or a monthly minute, so that we know that the hard times that we are going through. And so what would be the expected outcomes for this training is that we'll have an access of readily available trained career guidance professionals. There'll be an opportunity as the people who train in this course, an opportunity to become trainers in career guidance. You've seen that we have expertise from UK, and so the knowledge transfer will also help us build capacity for trainers in Kenya, and so there'll be an opportunity for training in this. Opportunity to create vibrant career departments for those already in departments within learning institutions. And then as a private practice, an opportunity to start your own private practice and offer that services, and also to develop career guidance training materials, and especially because we rely heavily on materials that are developed from the West. And then again, out of this, we also, that once a person is trained in this, they will become a fully registered of the professional body, the body that are Margaret heads. So what are the, where then can you apply this qualification? Again, so we divided into two parts. So in terms of the client, so which clients would you serve, either students in the basic education or in the learning institution? Youths out of school, we already have identified a whole 70%. We don't know where they go, and especially when they leave the school system. So how can we tap to them, and how can we help them so that we reduce that number and retrain so that they can be trained? We also have adults because of those challenges of the changing nature of work. And so what are the services can we offer? So the setting will either be learning institutions, communities, workplaces, private practice, education foundations, special needs population, youth programs, either community-based organizations, faith-based or non-governmental organizations. I'm sure we'll be also not to know about the cost. So we have either a unit cost of per 1 unit, what would be the cost of 1 unit. And then we also have either 2 units, depending on where, how, based on your pocket, and then 3 units. But the minimum, we encourage that we do 4 units, the structure, the 4 units, so that you can be able to complete within 1 year. And so my parting remarks is that career guidance is a continuous process from birth to death, and we have seen that it is cut a lifespan. Career guidance services across lifespan. Then it also, career guidance helps in development of skilled workforce, so we cannot underestimate the value of career guidance. And then it is also a lifelong learning process, and especially because of the increased change of the changing nature of work. So there will be reskilling, will be the retraining. So career guidance then becomes a lifelong process, and so that way it is not a one-off activity, but at every stage of the life, we are getting skilled, and we are able to be prepared so that we can be able to meet the challenges of life. So I want to end there, and those are our contacts, and I think that, and I think I want to give it back to Margaret so that we can we will open the questions for the floor so that we can allow Nicki and Susan to be able to share with us what they have prepared. Thank you. Over back to you, Margaret.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mercy. That I can see it's still new to me. Every time that she shares, I feel like I'm seeing it for the first time. So thank you very much, Dr. Mercy. And of course, like I was alluding in the beginning, you have seen the challenges that we face as a country. And since career guidance is a lifelong process, we can never, ever underestimate it, like Dr. Mercy has said, because career guidance needs to start way long from our children, getting to know what careers are all about, and then going all along, even to workplaces, the changes, we can never underestimate it. And one of the things that, of course, the CBC felt was stronger in is looking at the mission being nurturing every learner's potential. And how else can we nurture their potential without knowing what their potential is? So these are some of the things that, of course, as career practitioners, they come to start, make us really think hard about where we are going as a country. And I want to thank you, all of you, because I can see we are 40 of us here. Thank you so much. And I'm sure this has actually been a light, but there has been a light bulb that has actually come into your head. So thank you very much. At this juncture, I would like to introduce our one, Nicki Moore. Nicki Moore is a very old friend. I can actually tell you for sure that she was behind us starting this curriculum because of what we saw her in CDI doing, and some of the things that she was able to bring across on career guidance. Even we, feeling that we are competent, we actually felt that we are zero, we are not competent at all. She's very committed, she's very motivated, a career personnel. She's worked in the career development sector for over 25 years. Her proven track record as a practitioner, a teacher, a trainer, a manager, a thought leader, a writer, an advocate for the career guidance development, and of course, a mother. I can't forget a mother and a grandmother. So welcome, Nicki. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So I was going to, I'm just trying to find my presentation, sorry.
And for anybody, I can see some questions coming in. You can put in your questions and then we'll be able to answer. Thank you, Janet, and all the others.
Can you see those slides okay?
Yes, we can see that. We can see that.
Brilliant, thank you. Well, I mean, it's quite interesting because my first slide says about me. Margaret's done a wonderful job in introducing me. Thank you so much, Margaret, and for Dr. Mercy as well, because it's been a joy working with you both to support you in developing your programme. And you, as I say, you've done a great job in introducing me, but I have actually been around in the sector here in the UK for around 25 years now. But I've been deeply privileged during my career to work in quite a number of different countries, some well-established economies and some emerging economies, and help them think about career guidance and where it sits within their general kind of policy development. And it's always been a great pleasure to see how this evolves, because in fact I am very committed to career guidance. I think it's a great engine of social and economic development, and is very important to every single one of us in the world. So in the 25 years that I've been working in career development, I have really focused my interests on children and young people's career development and everything that happens in schools and colleges of education up to the age of around 19 or 25 for people with special educational needs. And I've done a lot of thinking about the sorts of interventions that need to be in place to make people develop the knowledge and the skills and the personal attributes that they're going to need to take them through life, because we know that people make many career decisions in their lives and they need those skills as life skills, not just as a one-off choice at the end of education. So for me, it's been a fascinating journey. And as I say, I've concentrated in that area. But being me, I'm always curious, and I've investigated career provision in the UK through research, and most recently have been involved in some very big national developments around the quality standards for careers education and guidance in schools and colleges. And that has been a very large part of what I've been doing. And I also am a member of a number of other bodies. So like Margaret and Dr. Mercy, I'm a member of the board of the UK's Career Development Institute. And I focus on two areas there. So one is digital skills for career guidance practitioners, and the other one is the professionalisation agenda. And I'm currently undertaking research into whether or not the UK career development sector should in fact become a chartered profession. And that sort of ties in with some of the things that Dr. Mercy was saying around professionalisation, because although we have good standards of career guidance in the UK, we do recognise that there's still a way to go in terms of professionalisation. So I've been leading some of the conversations around that. But my main body of work is with the International Centre for Guidance Studies, which is my current main employer. There I'm the senior lecturer in career development, and I lead a master's in careers education and coaching, as well as a number of other smaller programmes and a big research portfolio as well. So I never have time to rest, really, but it's a great joy. And I'm one of those small percentage of people who can honestly say that I love my job. My big aim in life is to make sure many more people love their jobs. So one of the things I've noted over the years, both in the UK and also in our first cohort of career practitioners on the Kenyan programme, is that often people approach this thinking that when they come to study career guidance, most of what we're going to talk about is actually how to do a careers interview, how to do careers sort of guidance or coaching. And I noticed in the chat somebody's asked a question around what the difference is. That's certainly something that we explore in the theory module, which I lead for this programme. They're very similar in nature, and really the difference is the type of model that you actually use to guide your conversations. The outcome is the same. It's helping people to make and implement career choices. So we get bogged down, I think, a lot in terminology in this sector, but essentially this is what we're driving to do, is to help people make and implement good quality career decisions so that they can enjoy their working lives. But in order to do that, we have to explore a massive number of different areas. So more than just coming to learn how to do interviews, you'll find that you're actually learning about all of the different words that are on this screen at the moment. So we look at career guidance and social justice, and how it's a very important component of levelling up and giving people opportunity to make the most of their lives. It's about relationship building, ethics, labour market information, and a whole range of other things that you need to know to operate effectively as a professional. And I think one of the slides that Dr. Mercy showed was that at the moment there are an awful lot of people that think they can deliver career guidance because they know a little bit about the world of work and they think they can help people. But of course, being a professional in this field means that you have got a range of different tools, theories, knowledge, and expertise that you can draw on. And I often think of this as a kind of like a bag or a suitcase of tools that you carry along with you. And the professional part of that is being able to select the right tool, the right theory, the right explanation to inform what you're going to be doing with your clients. And some of those clients will be individuals and some of them will be groups of clients, and you need to know about how to work in all of those different ways. So it really is a profoundly interesting and profoundly complex area that you're entering into, and that's why you need such a broad course to help you practice rather than one day of just learning a little bit about it. This is a big area, and of course once you get into it you're going to want to know more, which is why I ended up doing what I do, finding out. Why get qualified then? Well, as you can see, there's a lot going on here. You need to know a lot. There's a lot of knowledge that you need to get to grips with. But of course, there are a lot of skills as well. And the program covers both of these so that when you have got the knowledge and you have got strong competence, your confidence develops and you're able to undertake your role effectively, but also that you can actually advocate on behalf of this new profession and help other people understand why it's so important. And a good example of this would be how you talk with senior leaders in schools, for example, to help them find space within the curriculum to deliver good programs of career guidance, because actually by doing that the head teachers will also meet some of the objectives for the school, not just in helping individuals but in developing a much more community outward focused organisation. Of course you need to be qualified because when you are, you'll realise that you need a very strong network of other individuals. Career guidance practitioners can't do this by themselves, and they need to work with a whole bunch of other practitioners in order to be effective. And when I say other practitioners, this might be practitioners, for example, in social services or employment services, education practitioners, faith leaders, youth workers. There are a huge number of people that make us effective, and you need to learn about all of those and how to engage with them. Of course, being qualified gives you that professional status, and that's so important because gradually Kenya will be moving forward and developing this new profession, and you'll be some of the leaders in the field, being some of the early qualified people. So your role is going to be really important. And of course, it improves your job opportunities as well. So all in all, what's not to like? Being a professional career guidance practitioner means that you have to be guided by quality standards and ethical practice. This isn't a sort of job where you can just go off and have a chat to people and help them. There are certain standards that we expect of our professionals, and you'll learn all about these and become more confident in the process. And one of the things you will become very aware of is that it won't stop at the end of the course. So we often talk about communities of practice in the UK. And I think what you will find as you move through the programme and leave the programme is that you become part of that community of practice which supports each other, develops new knowledge, learns together, and develops the profession in the context that you find yourself in. So from just doing the first module, I've learned an awful lot about the context in Kenya, and know that there are developments that you'll need to make in order to make this work in your own context. So that process will need to go on. And of course, many of the people on the first cohort have learned very quickly that you become part of that international community. It's been great working with Margaret and Dr. Mercy, but some of the students on the course have been attending virtual events in the UK and getting involved in discussions with practitioners around the world. So this is a global community, and you will become part of that. And I think the last point on this slide, that you'll become an artist and not just a technician, that's a really important point as well. So we're going beyond the technical and making you creative, innovative artists in this new world that you'll find yourself in. So that is the end of my presentation, and I hope that in talking to you about this, you'll understand how exciting this opportunity is to work with us on the programme. All of the teachers here bring a really unique set of expertise. They're all super enthusiastic, very knowledgeable, and they've really enjoyed working with the first cohort. And I know we're all anxious to get cracking with the next cohort as well, because it's been a pure joy, and we've loved doing it. So Dr. Mercy and Margaret, I hope that is what you needed me to talk about.
Yes.
If I've missed anything out, then please let me know.
Yes,
Nicki.
Is that
All
good?
right. Thank you,
Okay.
Nicki. Always a pleasure to have you. Nicki, we've come a long way. She actually has taught us a lot. She's been our mentor for a very long time, and I like what she talks about. That for you to be the greatest practitioner that you can be, there will be a lot of network so that you can learn from each other. Just the other day, Nicki invited us for a conference in the UK together with all the students in the January class, and we learned a lot from the UK team. And then we are able to look now through also the CGI, that is the professional body, at other ongoing programs and conferences around the world, that we need to advocate for the programs that we have. We need to be our own advocates, and of course, a lot of professionalism. And I think Dr. Mercy alluded to the fact that there has been that gap, because many of us parents wait until the grades are out, and that is when you see everybody thinking, what am I gonna do? What will my child do? And all that. So thank you so much, Nicki. That was it was such an eye-opener. We've really enjoyed it. And now I can see quite a lot of questions, a few questions and observations are taking place. Dr. Mercy, thank you. I can see you are answering. We are going to give a session where we shall answer. But for now, I would like to invite one of our ongoing students, one and only Susan Daria, who needs to come over and tell us a little bit about the qualification and what she is going through. Susan waited for this curriculum for so long. She asked about it every week, and now let's see whether she's excited, whether she's still excited. So Susan, the floor is yours. Unmute, Susan. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Director Waithaka. You can hear me?
Yes, clear.
Yes, we can, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me once again to come and just share with our audience about my experience at the college. I'm trying to share my screen. Kindly let me know once you're able to see it.
We still can't.
You can see it?
It's starting, not yet, it's starting.
Okay. Is it on?
Not yet.
Or maybe I can just go ahead, just in the interest of time. Huh?
Yes, yes.
You can try it again, then now, as you proceed in.
Okay.
Okay, then your co-host Susan, so maybe you can see there, but you can go on even as you try to share.
Okay, even as I try to share, let me just go on.
Yeah.
Now, once again, my name is Daria Susan. I am a cohort 1 student at the College of Career Guidance and Development, pursuing the diploma in career guidance and development. My background has been in academic administration. I work at the University of Nairobi, been here for, let me say 7 years. And then before that, I was working in KU as an admissions officer. And during my time working, especially when I was in KU, I realized that there were so many career gaps that the students experience when they come to the university. And this prompted me to wonder whether there is enough career guidance and counseling taking place in the schools, because many students would come in with so many good grades, with such good grades, but when they come in and they want to pursue different courses, they are so confused. There's too much uncertainty, and many don't know what to do. It still goes on to that. I still see that even where I am at the University of Nairobi. And for a long time, I would spend a lot of time in schools just talking to students and letting them understand what exactly is required of them to pursue their career dreams, and how to just link their own personalities and the careers they want to pursue, the intersection in between. From around 2019, I started just going through internet to find out if there are any organizations that train people in career guidance and counseling. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So from around 2019, I started looking around to find out if there's any institution or organization that offers training in career guidance and counseling. Because when you go to schools and you talk to the teachers who are responsible for guiding our students in even choosing the careers they want to pursue, even the teachers are green. They have no idea what they're supposed to be doing. And I realized it's such a big gap, and the gap starts from the foundations. It doesn't start from college level or university level. That's why all this goes on even into the job market, where people get into work environments where they are not suitable for, and it brings a lot of frustration. The turnover rate is high at the workplace, simply because there was no career guidance when it was supposed to be done. So I came across Discover Your Career. I think it's a
Susan? Susan, are you on, or am I the only one?
I think we've lost her.
Susan?
She seems to be in the session, but not able to talk to us, I think.
Yeah, because she's... Yeah. Susan, are you still there?
I'm calling her.
Okay, that's okay. So maybe she's having a few issues, but just as you're trying to call her, I want to take to look at some few areas. There was somebody who asked, just hang on. Winter, I think yours we will discuss later when all of us are on about this career. Just curious if the difference between career coaching and career guidance. We will discuss this later because our lecturers are here, so I do not want to say it. Dr. Mercy will be able to take that very, very well. Evangeline Maina has asked us, when is the training starting? And Dr. Mercy has said the intake and enrollment is ongoing for the May intake. Susan is in the January class, and yes, the May intake is going on, and the classes begin on the 9th. By the time that we are ending, we'll be able to share a form where you'll be able to fill and see if you're interested in doing the May intake. Of course, we'd love all of you to start with us. Somebody else, Damaris, asked what is the cost of the training, and then Dr. Mercy has shared the brochure. The cost is there, which is it's about 151 for the whole course. The course is 4 trimesters, 12 months in class, and another 4 on attachment. I think Dr. Mercy alluded to that, and all that will be seen that. And of course, you are allowed to pay in installments all through the course. So Susan, are you back? Susan is not yet back. Even as Mercy, are you here with us?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm trying to get Susan, but I think it's her network that has a challenge.
Okay, even as we wait for her to come back, maybe you can answer this question. Please explain about the masters that the students can take after the diploma. Is it MA in career guidance in University of Derby? Someone is confused. And then after this, what is the qualification? That is the entry level requirement. So Dr. Mercy, you can go ahead and answer.
Yes, the entry requirements, there are 2 pathways into this qualification. One is a direct from high school, where we have a C- and above. And then we have the mature students like you and I, who can enter the course, whether they have a PhD, whether they have a diploma, a first qualification. And these are the requirements by Kenya National Qualification, either have a diploma or a degree or a higher national diploma or whatever, but who are interested in this particular course. That is the pathway that takes 1 year. Then the other part of the direct from high school, and we are not enrolling the direct from high school, are from the C- and above. And they take about, on average, about 2.5 years to qualify for the course. So those are the 2 pathways. There was the issue of University Derby. The University of Derby, we have lecturers from University of Derby, and that's where Nicki teaches, and where she's also the head of department of the institute in the Institute of Career Guidance in the University of Derby. Those are the I think those are I think the question was around whether what is about the University of Derby. No, it's our trainers are trained in masters in education, masters in career guidance from University of Derby.
But this diploma is not from the University of Derby. It is for College of Career Guidance and Development, which is qualified already by KNQA. It is our and we will award it through ABMA. So that is the one. And I think Dr. Mercy, I think Susan is back, but
yes,
you'll also be telling them about the for this one year, this particular one, which people will be, what kind of qualification will be required for them to enter. But before then, Susan, you're here, you're back.
I'm here, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mercy.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. I'm really sorry about that. I think my net just went down, technology issues.
Yeah, go ahead, Susan.
Okay, I'm not quite certain where I had left us, but I'll just speak to, allow me to speak to the my experience at the college as I start off the diploma. As I had mentioned, I'm a cohort 1 student. We started in January this year. And for me, it's initially when I was joining, much as I knew I needed to be trained, I could feel there was a gap that I had, even as I had spent time in schools with students, you know, listening to them and just trying to help them out with the career guidance and choosing careers and going after whatever they're passionate about. I knew I still needed some training to make me authentic in the field, you know, to professionalize what I was doing. But we actually didn't have that in Kenya or in the region until this one came up. That's why I think I also jumped on it, because I didn't want to lose the opportunity. And this first semester has really been intense. It made me realize that there's so much we don't know. you would think that there isn't really much to tell when it comes to career guidance, but there is so much that we don't know. And I've realized just how rich this diploma is. And I have decided to just put all my effort and my energy into it and follow it through to the end, because when we are done, we are the same ones who are going to be relied upon to ensure that our teachers are well equipped. The teachers in the schools are well equipped to actually offer this for our students who are in the schools. And you'll notice I talk a lot about students because that is where my passion is. But many people have passion in different areas. Mine is in students. My passion is with students, and that's where I really want to target my attention into. Maybe just to mention a few of the units some of the units that I've done this semester. We had a unit on fundamentals of career guidance, where we've been able to be shown how to trace the historical development of career guidance, and there's so much to learn. Actually, sometimes I feel the time was a bit too short for us, and you're able to describe the concepts of career guidance, the scope, the assumptions that we have, and the differences that career guidance is with counseling. And we're also able now to understand the contemporary issues and trends that come with career guidance. I've seen some of my classmates in class. I think Gordon is here. And then we also have a unit on theory and practice. This one is taught to me by Nicki Moore, and very interesting unit where we learn about all the theories that are involved with career guidance. The various theories of career guidance and development, and the assumptions that come with them, that have come with them over the years, and to understand how these theories actually connect with the practice of career guidance, and to know how to use these theories to apply in the practice right now, even in today's world. Really, really interesting. We also have a unit on career information, where we are able to understand the role of information when it comes to careers, how to source for this information, how to understand authentic information, and to relate this with what is in the labor market, to know about the labor market trends, and to just present career information to the clients who we are supposed to serve in the community. This unit also helps us to be able to demonstrate our ability to source and collect and organize documents that are authentic, that can be used into the community and the society, and to just benefit those who are supposed to get this career guidance and development. Very, very interesting. We also have a unit on professional practice. You'll notice these are just 4 units, the first ones that we've done this semester. And in this unit, we were able to describe, the different components of communication skills as a tool in career guidance. You're able to identify the personal attributes that persons need in order for you to practice to be a practitioner of career guidance and development to the community, or to your clientele, or to the people who you target to go and serve. And then also in this very unit, we also spoke about ethics. The issue to do with ethics comes in, where we learn about the different concepts that are needed and the principles of continuous professional development. And there's so much to learn within these units. And for me, I think the benefits that come with it is the authenticity it gives you as a professional in career guidance and counseling. And we also, as students of this college, we are also given membership at the Career Guidance Institute. What I like about the program also is the flexible class sessions. We've been having our classes in the evenings. It's really adult friendly, because most of us are actually working. We are working adults. So our classes are in the evening. We are able to look at the different people's flexibilities and choose timelines that are suitable for all of us. The program is also very affordable. I would encourage those who want to start off with in May. It's quite an affordable program. The payment schedules are really flexible. And then this program is it's one of the things that will help you to be able to help people to transition from one career to another. For those of us who want to do career guidance professionally, and to assist career development and help people to just carve out impactful careers for themselves, and reduce all the frustrations that we see today, all the turnover that we experience in our workplaces. It's also a good area for you to be able to increase your income streams, because if you're able to do this as you do your other job, it could be a second income stream for you if you want to, and just help people identify the careers that suit them on a general scale. My target market from my own experience will be in students, because I've been with them for quite a while and I'm looking to just start impacting them already. And I would encourage anyone who actually wants to take up this career. It has come at the right time. In our country, we are changing curriculums. So there's going to be such a big gap in professional career guidance. So for those of us who are thinking to take up the program, just jump on it. I would really encourage you to do it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't want to take so much of our time. Allow me to stop there. Yeah. And thank you for inviting me once again.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Susan. You're always a gem. Thank you for that. That is her experience. And Susan, just like the way she says, it's not about even she. It's not about me. It's not about even us. It's about also our young people. What is it that we are seeing? What these gaps that are there in the market? How is it that you can feel? Sometimes, many times, like I can say that from my own experience, I got into career guidance because of actually seeing the problems and the challenges that are there in this market, or in the education system and in our country. So we are actually the first advocates and I hope that, like Susan says, that most of us can do it, and then we are able to help not just ourselves, but to help others so that they can overcome the barriers and the challenges that they have. So thank you very much. I can see some of your classmates, Susan, Gordon. Gordon, you can put in your camera if you can and say hello. Gordon is from Rwanda. And I can also see a lot of your countrymates as well. Thank you, Gordon, for inviting them. Are you here, Gordon? You can just wave. Okay, I don't know where he is, but yeah, Gordon is one of our first ones from Rwanda. So thank you so much, Susan, for that. I want to
hello.
Oh, hi, Gordon. Hi.
Fine. How are you?
Yeah, very well. You can put in your camera if you're able to.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, just wait. Thank you so much. I can also see, very good. Asante sana. So the next time, Gordon will ask you also to be the advocate. So Asante, and thank you very much. And you can see your countrymates also who have come. Asante. So I just want to take questions from you. You can write, but Dr. Mercy, Janet is asking, she's very curious, what's the difference between career guidance and career coaching?
Okay. Career guidance are services and activities offered to help people make educational or training and professional choices and decisions. Activities that are organized in a way that helps people make choices for the education, training, and professional choices. Then the coaching is the competence, a skill that is that a person now, a career guidance professional in one of the units that is offered, so that they can be able to support clients achieve professional or personal career goals. So the difference is that career guidance provides activities or organized activities or programs so that people can make educational, professional, and career choices in a way that it is that is personal to them, so they are able to make informed choices. Then career coaching is supporting a client achieve their professional or personal career goals.
Thank you very much.
And there's a unit on that. It's one of the competencies that is delivered on this unit. It is one of them, alongside advising and also mentoring. There are 3 of them.
Okay, you're done, Mercy?
Yes, I'm done. And Nicki is saying that she's going in for a class in 20 minutes time.
Oh, thank you very much,
everybody. So I've
got it's okay. Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll be meeting many of them in May.
I hope so. I really do. I look forward to it. I'll say goodbye then. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Yes, career coaching is one of the competencies. It's just a unit, one of the units that will be training. That is what Mercy says, alongside other competencies that you need to have. So Dr. Mercy, maybe you can put in a form. We would like to pick up the names, at least to collect some of you who will need to follow you up if you need to start to do the course in May, that is starting in May. So maybe you can actually put in your details. So unless, is there any other question? If you have any question or any observation, you can put in, you can actually raise up your hand so that we can discuss. You can ask us and we'll be able to answer. David Kamau?
Yes, thank you for the I have a problem with my voice. I have a cold, but I wanted to ask this. For somebody who may not be able to enroll now for the diploma, but is interested in career guidance, especially for a teacher in high school who may not be able to join to enroll for the diploma now. Is there a way that maybe you have some volunteers that we can be able to use while assisting our learners?
Dr. Mercy, would you answer that?
Yes, we have some learning materials that we can be able to share with you. And I think, Mr. Kamau, you can talk to us on the side, and then we'll be able to share with you some information on resources, career resources.
Okay, thank you. Now that the chat, okay, do I contact you through the chats or how?
No, we have our numbers. You can check on the chat.
Okay.
Yes, 0, let me write.
Yeah, as is writing, Mr. Kamau, even though you may have that, but it may not give you all the competencies. So of course, in future, we would love you to actually get trained, yeah? Because like Susan said, this for CBC, it will be very important, right?
Thank you, thank you. We will be enrolling soon, but maybe for now.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's okay, talk to us. Anybody else? Bada, I saw your video on, or did you want to say something?
No, it's all right. I was just enjoying the learning.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else? There's somebody in Phoenix. I'm not sure it's written in Phoenix, but just go ahead, unmute, and then you ask a question.
So thank you so much. I'm Emmanuel from Rwanda.
Yes, Emmanuel.
I work with the University of Rwanda. Yes, I'm Emmanuel from Rwanda. I work with the University of Rwanda.
Yes.
Actually, today I'm in consultancy services, but I have served for career and employability.
What is happening?
Baba, please mute.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Emmanuel.
Yes, I served for the Office of Careers and Employability for over 5 years. And today I am a mentor for over 100 students on voluntary service. And actually, Kamau's question brings me to have to quickly join the session, the training, and also get the materials to help my group, because I'm badly yearning for that. I need skills, to see the skills, to test the skills that I have, and also to see that what I'm using as materials can be improved, to get my team on board of training today that I'm trying to assist from high schools and university, to give them the tangible required material as from the experts, as you highlighted it. So thank you. I'm so happy to be part of the team, and I'm willing to join by the May. I'll try my best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We look forward to seeing you. You'll meet Dr. Mercy, Nicki, and other lecturers. Thank you. And of course, we'll be having some networking sessions now that COVID has been lifted, where all the students can meet. So thank you. Thank you. Yes, Dr. Mercy?
I've posted the link to, the Google form to register. And so it's on the chat. So if they click on it, then it will be able to, they'll be able to do that right away. And then I've shared your number and my number on the chat so that for anyone who would want to get more information, we can reach us on that number.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else with a burning question, observation? Of course, we really love to be, sometimes we are lonely when it comes to career guidance. We like as many people as possible to come on board and join us so that we are not the same faces that are seen everywhere, right, Dr. Mercy? So we are not the same faces. So every time there is a consultancy, every time there is a pitch, we'll have to be many of us. So thank you. So anybody else with a question? So, okay, if there is nothing, no one else, no question, then I can see anybody from the group can actually, Emmanuel, you still want to say something else? Your hand is still up?
No, please, no.
Okay, that's okay. So I would like anybody from the participants to give us, to say something, to tell us something like a word, comment. Anyone is free to do that as we close. Anyone?
Yes.
Yes, David.
Yes, I would say that we really appreciated the the idea of coming up with this diploma. Sure, our students are suffering. So many are doing courses they don't want, getting into careers they are not even aware of. So it will be a very important cause as we go forward. And we pray that many of us will be able to enroll for that course. And there is one thing that I did not get. I wanted to know. You said it for 1 year. How about the approximate cost? That one I did not get. Thank you.
Cost, we have a termly cost of about 36,000 together with the administration costs. And then the entire for the whole year is 151. And there's a brochure that if you go to the website on the first page, the cost details, you find the cost details and you click on it, it will give you the information. So the website is www.careerguidancecollege.com.
You can write it on the chat. You can write it on the chat. Yes, and then of course a lot of malipo ya pole pole, because we understand times are hard. So we have just given that we have given all our students that opportunity that they are able to pay kidogo kidogo. So if there is no other questions or comments, I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for coming in. We started as 43 of us, now we are at 41. That is a very big group that has actually stuck on. Many of you who I can already see had called me and said that they were not able to come for the last one, and that is why we have this. So we would like to be having some other sessions even as we continue, so that we can talk about different topics, different things that we'll be having together with maybe the professional body. So I want to take this opportunity again to thank you so much. I am hoping that you're going to register and be with us so that by the time that we are going to next year, will be many of us who will already be accredited career guidance practitioners. So thank you so much. May God help you even to get the money. May God help you to get the will, and may God also take care of you as well together with your family. So asanteni sana. In case there is anything that you like to talk to us about, our numbers are there. You can call us, you can email us, and you can let us know anything that you'd like us to clarify. We'll be there for you. So thank you very much, and God bless you all.